Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today on this Wednesday morning. I'm Lisa Vidot here with Chris Berg. And of course, we've talked a lot about how the coronavirus pandemic has affected a lot of families. Of course, there are people who are sick, people who are losing their jobs, and the stress of just getting food on the table for a lot of people.
It's happening everywhere. You see the lines all over the place, and so what we want to do today is give you a chance to help out. We've partnered with the Great Plains Food Bank to hold a virtual food drive, which is just a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we have all the information on our website, our VNL News app, very easy for you to find. We want you to help us fight hunger as the social distancing has now affected so many, as Chris mentioned, all over the country, and especially here in our region. Every dollar that you give will provide not only the gift of food, but the gift of hope for food insecure children and families. And a lot of people are involved. I just told you, I just heard Blake Shelton, country superstar, donated $150,000 to, I believe, a food bank in Oklahoma. But he's encouraging all of his fans to help out. And I would imagine these two are fans. We're fans of Tiger Lily, the North Dakota Sisters, now Nashville recording artists. They're going to be doing a virtual concert this week benefiting our Great Plains Food Bank. Very excited about that. And of course, we're going to have them on our show one more time. They're going to visit with us today, talk about that virtual concert. And they also have a new song that they're going to sing live on our show. So that's coming up here in like maybe less than 10 minutes. So
love that.
Stay with us for that.
That album cover. Can we just put that album cover up like the whole show?
I know, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's like definitely like a work of art.
That was fantastic.
Well, in a time like this, food banks are such an important resource for people. No one should have to go to bed hungry, but sadly that is the reality. So the Great Plains Food Bank is stepping up.
With us today, I got a big event, obviously, what's coming up. Melissa Sobolek, she is the president of the Great Plains Food Bank. And Melissa, thank you so much for doing this. Thanks for joining us. And I know you guys are going through some, I'm assuming, some very challenging times. So talk about what we're trying to accomplish here and how we all can help out.
Well, Lisa and Chris, thanks for having me on today. And thanks to Valley News and KVLY for stepping up and doing this virtual food drive. We are being inundated right now all across the state. And we have our food pantries are reporting a 30% increase. At some of our mobile food pantry distributions, that's up to a 50% increase. So people are definitely having trouble right now with lost wages, lost jobs, their kids are at home. It's a little harder to put food on the table during this pandemic.
And I think this virtual food drive is so great because I feel like a lot of people want to help out. We're seeing the numbers grow for the need, and yet also the numbers grow for, I just want to do something. I don't know what I can do. So, you know, if people are watching and they say, hey, I want to help out, how can they do that?
You know, that's a great question. People are, you know, told to stay at home, but they are still very passionate and have very big hearts. And we're excited to launch the virtual food drive. Valley News Live is hosting one today. We're very excited. You can go to the website and just sponsor a case of product. Maybe your kids love peanut butter and you want to sponsor a case of peanut butter. You can donate those funds, and that allows us to go out and make that purchase of that product, get it into the warehouse, and then immediately get it out to those in need. It is something that you can do from, you know, the comfort of your home. You can send the link out and encourage your family and friends and networks to give as well. And it is a really great way that you can give. And you don't have to come here to volunteer. You can get engaged from wherever you are.
Hey, Melissa, you gave us some percentage increases, what you're seeing in need, which has just made my heart sink when you were saying that. But first of all, what's amazing about that is you know how prideful many people in the Midwest are to go ask for help. One thing I think is incredible to see those numbers. But give us some context. Like for me to hear 30%, I understand that's a big number, but give us an idea what that means for actual people just to say, whoa, that is shocking. How can we help out?
Well, and, you know, before the pandemic hit, we were serving 102,000 North Dakotans. And those are, you know, not only in North Dakota, but Clay County, Minnesota. So that's 1 in 8 of our neighbors that needed food assistance before this. And now you add 30 to 50% on top of that. And it's not just a number. It's a face, it's a person, it's a family who is struggling often right now for the first time. They've typically donated to food banks and food pantries, and now they need to turn to us for help. And they're really struggling. You know, we're hearing a lot from the hospitality industry who they're losing their tips. They've got their kids at home. They will do anything, including, you know, really putting their pride aside to make sure that their kids and their families are fed during this crisis.
And it doesn't seem like there's really an end in sight. We know there will be an end to this, but there's really no timeline right now for when things will get better. So that would mean the numbers of people needing this help will continue for quite some time.
And I wish we had a crystal ball. I wish we knew when this was going to end, but we don't. And we are looking at it as a food bank, not only in how do we provide for the most urgent needs today, but we know that this will be going on for 6, 9 months, maybe a year or longer. And how do we make sure that we have food no matter when people need it? And we want to get it to people, get it close to them, get it on their tables tonight so they don't have to make some tough choices and go without a lot of things right now.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for what you're doing. We've made it very easy. The food bank has made it easy. Just go to valleynewslive.com, click on the hot button. You can donate there. Melissa, stay with us. We're going to visit with you again a little bit later in the show. Of course, this virtual food drive going on all day long. We're going to talk to you again. But of course, Tiger Lily helping out the Great Plains Food Bank as well. We're going to visit with them next here on North Dakota Today.